Hawkins-Taylor funeral business first started in the 1920s by Reverend-John Taylor's grandfather, John T. Hawkins.
He and my grandmother, Miss Vina Mae Hawkins, did great work in the community.
Taylor says his grandfather started the business in Keene, Kentucky after seeing a need for a funeral director in the black community. His grandfather then moved it to Lexington in 1926 to Patterson Street. 10 years later, his grandfather built the first ever funeral home in the city on Pine Street with an office, a chapel, and an embalming room.
At those times, bodies were embalmed in the home.
He says his grandfather began the trend in Lexington of having services away from the home, though it took nearly everyone else in the community another 40 years to follow suit.
I'm proud to say that he's my granddaddy. It's an awesome thought, it's an awesome feat, and to have him build that building just for the black community to have a place large enough to come, mourn, grieve their loved one is very forward-thinking.
Reverend Taylor says the funeral home has another special piece to its story, record books that date back to 1921.
A piece of history and family lineages that they go back for generations.
After the passing of John Hawkins in 1949, the legacy of the funeral home was handed down to his daughter and then to her son.
I saw my first body at 5. I embalmed my first body by myself at 9. I conducted my first funeral by myself at 15.
Reverend Taylor hopes to continue that legacy for many decades to come.
Black history is very important, just not for my generation, but for the generation coming behind me and even to my grandchildren.
In Lexington, Caitlin Shive, ABC 36 News.